It's time to get real with Eddie, here to help you understand the changing real estate market and meet your real estate goals. Over 19 years in the business. 2018 Realtor of the Year of Three Rivers, past president of the Three Rivers Association of Realtors, past director at Illinois Realtors, and team lead of the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Here's Eddie Ruettiger.
I am so glad to be here today.
Me too. Why are you so glad?
I don't know. It just seems like we're getting done with winter.
Oh, don't say that. I was just having this discussion with my husband about how March, like it feels more like March, and March is that weird month because you really want it to be something that it's not. You really want it to be spring, and it always ends up disappointing you. You know what I mean? So it's like, no, it's been really, really nice. We've had a beautiful week last week and stuff in the 50s, 60s,
I don't know. I'm just looking forward to summer for some reason.
I always look forward to summer.
So, I mean, I think it's because the kid's getting older, so there's like more things I can do with him, Yeah. I think that's a dad thing. Moms like babies. Dads like toddlers and...
No, I like kids. I
like
toddlers
kids. Yeah.
And kids. I mean, I love my babies. Don't get me wrong, but I love to go take them out for walks. I mean, I love the toddlers and kids because you can explore. You can look at grass and flowers and help water help water the flowers and this and that. Take them to the playground, whatever.
And then we did that last week. Last week it was so nice. Not only did Eddie get his bike out and wait for his brand new bike from Santa.
Oh, did he get a bike?
He got a bike from Santa, and he got a brand new one, and so he got to go for a bike ride, and now he's up to a 20-inch wheel from the 16. Wow. So he looks so tiny on this thing now because it's such a bigger bike.
I always hated to get a bike for kids for Christmas because they have to, it's like, oh, this is so cool, I want to go ride it. You can't. Well, this year you could because we haven't had snow, but you know, back in the day, you actually had snow for Christmas, and
he
have to wait.
But he was not ready to ride it on Christmas morning because he took a really bad fall last summer.
Oh.
He skinned his knee. It took a month and a half for his knee to heal.
Wow.
I mean, he had a good pavement burn.
A good old road rash.
He did, and he was not ready to ride his bike. So last week, getting on the new bike and going out, that was a big, big deal. It was big.
Yeah.
Because I was worried he was never going to ride again. So I'm just excited. I'm just really excited for everything that's going on. I'm excited about what's going on in the industry. I know me and you are working on some stuff, and just everything.
Yeah, well, it's spring market. It's, all full of hope and, a new, fresh, it's going to get warm, no more coats and boots.
Yes. So, speaking of good, fun feelings, why are so many people falling in love with home ownership? So, home is where the heart is at. There is a reason that's said so often because a homeowner is emotional. Being a homeowner is emotional for sure. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're trying to decide if you want to keep on renting or if you're ready to buy a home this year, here's why it's so easy to fall in love with home ownership. Customizing your heart's desire. This is a big thing for you, I think. You're really big about being able to customize that house.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know me, I'm all about decor and decorating and all that stuff. So I really
For those that don't
appreciate.
Nancy has a degree in graphic design. So she's all about designing and stuff like that.
Yeah. The artist in me gets very happy.
Yeah.
So, yes, and expressing myself with color and placement and all that good stuff.
The National Association of Realtors says the home is yours. You can decorate it any way you want and choose the types of upgrades and new amenities that appeal to your lifestyle.
Yeah, and there's so many speaking of upgrades, there's so many cool things in flooring and tile and I just love all that stuff. And gives you more options.
Me and Jeanette were talking, my wife, and we were talking about wondering if we could build off the back of the house, if we could put 10 more feet off our house.
Yeah, what would you do if you could?
Oh,
put
we
10
know.
feet on? Oh, no, I mean.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like she's like, I want a sunroom, and I'm like, I want to expand the master bathroom. I want to expand our make a master closet, and at the same token, I'd knock down part of the bathroom and closet that we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
I would make that part of our bedroom, expand our bedroom like just 6 feet.
Yeah.
And then, and then on top of it, I would move our main bathroom back, move our laundry room into the hallway.
Yeah.
I mean, we would be moving stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
It would be just going all over the place. It would be a huge renovation, but if we could do it, the question is I don't know if the city would let me take off 10 feet in the back or not.
Yeah.
I don't know what the setbacks are. I'd have to look into it. But it would be, I imagine it would be pretty costly. So.
Oh yeah, that's a good chunk of dough to rework the whole house.
She doesn't want to move though. She wants to stay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. She wants to stay in that property. So the question comes into play is, now if I do all that, do I make it a basement, or do I add on to a basement too, or do I just do it on a slab? Most would do it on a slab. So they wouldn't add the basement.
It would be quite a bit of money to
put a basement
put
under
a basement.
and attach it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, that would be a lot of money.
Mhm.
Your neighborhood would never support that.
No. Well, that's what I said. Is she's talking never moving? So if she's talking never moving,
Well,
then
you're doing
it doesn't
it
matter.
for you.
Yeah.
At that point, you do it for you.
Yep. So.
Yeah.
So, greater stability for ones you love. So, money geek. Homeownership means you are the boss and have the biggest say in your lifestyle and family decisions. Suppose your kids are in public schools and you don't want to risk having them change schools because your landlord doesn't renew your lease. Owning a home removed much of the risk of having to move. Absolutely.
Yeah. It happens.
This is one of the
Yeah.
reasons why kids do better in a property that's owned versus a property that's rented.
Yeah.
Stability.
My kid, when I was a renter back in the day, my kids moved around a lot. It was tough.
Mm-hmm. It's not easy. So, feeling of belonging. So, you have neighbors, block parties, and more that give you a feeling of being part of something. International Housing Association explains home-owning households are socially involved in community affairs and their renting counterparts. This is more than their renting counterparts. This is due to both the fact that homeowners expect to remain in the community for a longer period of time and that homeowners have an ownership stake in the neighborhood.
Absolutely. If you know you're going to be there, if it's yours, you're going to internalize it. That's, yeah.
Yeah, if it's yours, you have a vested interest of what happens around
Yeah.
you.
In your own home, in the neighborhood, in the town.
Strategic tips for buying your first house. Da-da-da-da-da. Save money with first-time homebuyer programs.
Yes, there's a lot of them out there.
According to Bankrate, you might qualify for a first-time homebuyer loan or assistance. First-time buyer loans typically have more flexibility requirements, such as a lower down payment and credit score. Many help buyers with closing costs and their down payment through grant and low-interest loans. Absolutely.
Yes. I encourage everyone to check it out. And you know what? We're talking about first-time buyers, but just a little plug for other-time buyers.
Other-time buyers?
Other-time buyers. They have programs for them, too. So look into it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just for first-time homebuyers. It's for anybody. There's a lot of these
There
programs
are
out there.
programs.
Yeah. So ask. Doesn't hurt to ask.
Right.
Nothing comes wrong from asking.
And you're not penalized for asking, so ask.
Expand your options. We're going to get into this a little bit more later in the show. But expand your options. Look at condos and townhouses. Realtor.com explains for many newbies it might just be a matter of making a shift towards something they can better afford, like a condo or townhouse. These low-cost homes have historically been a stepping stone for buyers looking for a less expensive alternative to a single-family home.
There are very few people on this planet that can walk out on their first home and it be their forever home.
Most people don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Even if
there are very, very few. So it's a 5-year house.
But even if you think,
It gets you in the door.
I'm going to live here forever, guess what? Odds are you don't. That whole idea of, the dream home. I was in a seminar over the last week.
Mm-hmm.
It's your dream home for that moment. Guess what? Your dreams change.
Yeah, life changes.
Life changes.
Things change.
So it's a whole situation of, okay, it's what suits you best for the moment. And then you keep growing as an individual. That means your housing needs may change. Senior economist, or economic analyst at Realtor.com, Hannah Jones, says, condos can help prospective. I'm just kind of reading ahead here, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Condos can help prospective home buyers who perhaps have a small budget but who are really determined to get a foothold in the market and start to accumulate some equity. It can be a real great entry point.
Yes, absolutely.
It
gets you in and it gets that equity built.
My first property was a duplex.
Yeah.
And then that first property turned into a rental. I didn't sell it. I rented it out.
Yeah.
So it can make a big difference. So consider pooling your resources to buy a multi-generational home. Another way to break into the market is to purchase a home with friends or loved ones. I don't know if I would do this with friends. I have some...
Yeah.
You better have things spelled out. According to money.com, buying a home with another person has some obvious advantages in the mortgage department. With 2 incomes in the mix, buyers can likely qualify for a larger mortgage, a big help in today's high-cost market.
Oh, yeah.
I've had clients that were together but not married and bought a house, and then they weren't together. And it just was not.
Well, I've known family members that have bought a house together, and they were young. It was their first house, siblings,
Yeah.
and they got involved with people and decided to get married. And so, what do you do that? You know what I mean? And start their own families and own houses, and have your contingencies ready. Just really talk it out and know about what you're going to do.
Yeah, because one wants to sell, one wants to rent, one wants to do this.
One wants to stay, the other one's ready to go.
Yeah.
You know, and start their own home and their own family. Yeah, it can get complicated, but it does give some great advantages.
It does give some great advantages. There's no doubt about it. I mean, and I think the multi-generational is a better aspect when you're looking at, okay, grandma and a grandchild, or grandma, mom and dad and the grandchildren.
Yeah.
There's some different dynamics that play in, yes, versus, moving in with a friend, or buying a house with a boyfriend, girlfriend, or, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So,
but I encourage everyone in that aspect too to really go through finances and understand that if someone you're going in multi-generational, what happens if you lose one of those incomes?
Well, and that's where the pre-approval is so important. Get your pre-approval. Freddie Mac explains pre-approval is an indication from your lender that they are willing to lend to you a certain amount of money to buy your future home. Keep in mind that the loan amount in the pre-approval letter is the lender's maximum offer. Ultimately, you should only borrow an amount you are comfortable repaying. Now, keep in mind, we talked about this, before, you're not pre-approved on an amount. You're pre-approved on a monthly payment. That's the most they're willing to have you pay monthly.
Right. And
So-
be very careful. Be prudent. You don't want to be house poor.
No, you don't. So if they say you can take a $300,000 loan and whatever that monthly payment is, okay, that's great and that's fine, but make sure you're comfortable with that payment. You may want to go to a $250,000 house instead of spending all $300,000.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah, take a look at your finances. Go over it with your lender. Talk about. They will help you with that. Be honest with them.
Yeah, Greg McBride from Bankrate states, pre-approval carries more weight because it means lenders have actually done more than a curious review of your credit and your finances, but have instead reviewed your pay stubs, tax return, and bank statements. A pre-approval means you've cleared the hurdles necessary to be approved for a mortgage up to a certain dollar amount. So it's key to have that pre-approval in hand, ready to go when you're looking to buy a property, because now you're telling that seller, yes, I can afford your house.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge in my opinion.
It is.
So-
It is huge.
All right, let's take a look at Shanahan.
The Han.
Dahan.
The Han.
All right, so we have new data out that is coming out pretty strong, actually. This is for January 2024. New median sales price on a detached home in Shanahan, $365,000, down 3.3%, while the average $368,675 is up 4.1%. I love when there's a split in the numbers. It makes you go, what's going on? Percentage of original list price received is 99.8%, 1.8% higher than last January, with a market time of 30 days, up 15.4% from last year at 26 days, and the inventory of homes is down 30% to 21 units on detached single families in Shanahan at the end of the month. Thoughts on the detached numbers?
I find it interesting that, there's such a small pool, first of all. 18 new listings.
And 3 closings.
I was just going to say, and 3 closed. That's really what I find interesting. And really, only 8 went under contract. So out of that 18, some interesting stuff going on there.
But you're still down 30% on inventory.
Yeah.
Because you only had 21 listings left. So people are sitting tight in the house. The other fact that we didn't point out, and that is on the trailing 12 months, I find interesting. So the trailing 12 months is actually showing 45 days in inventory, or 45 days in market time.
Yeah.
And that's up 7.1%. And the median sales price is up 10.7% to $373,000, as the average is $378,823, up 10.5. So Shanahan's basically up 10% since last January.
Yeah. Which we talked about. I mean, which we've really talked about at the, February
Yeah.
1st? Was
6th.
Whatever day
Was
it
the 6th.
Yeah, that first week in February
Yep.
when we went over numbers. Our number extravaganza.
The number extravaganza.
We said pretty much everybody around in the area went up 10% last year. So Shanahan held true as well.
Yeah.
People are sitting tight. That's what I see. People are sitting tight.
So the attached looks even funnier, because you got a median sales price of $309,450, up 19% from last year, and an average of $309,450, up 19% from last year. All right, percentage of original list price received, 101.6, up 12.4%. Average market time 6 days, homes were available at the end of the month, only 5 new listings came on, and there was only 2 closed. That's a 100% increase, by the way, in sales, because only 1 attached property closed last year in January.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So the lack of data on
It's
a month
just-
over month.
Yeah.
And you have to go to the trailing 12 to know what's going on in Shanahan. And that median sales price on the attached is $329.9, up 5.7%, with $324.15 up 4.8%. 99.3% of original list price received, with 66 days of market time. I mean, and I think that's some truer information when you're looking at what's going on. Because you cannot try to look at any of the other aspects in the data points
Yeah,
when
there's
there's only
just
2
no
closing.
data.
Yeah, it's only 2 closings.
Yeah.
So,
Just no data.
yeah. I mean, only 27 properties closed on
That's
the attached in 12 months.
yeah, that's barely any. That's going to be weird data in the first place.
Yeah, that's
just right there.
Still obscure data. I really do think that 309, 450 on the average and median, it's new construction.
Oh yeah.
It's 2 properties, new construction, and it's just that simple.
And it went for 101.9 over, and
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, that's just, they sold somebody's building something new, and it was 2 units, and that was it. And all right, have a nice day.
Yep.
So it really just show. But the numbers are strong in Shanahan. If you're looking to sell, there's buyers in the market. Your market time's probably going to be between 45 to 66 days on average. And depending on what you have, your sales price is going to be probably around I'd say 375 to 325. If I got a single family house, it's probably worth 375 on average. If it's an attached condo, duplex, townhome, depending on what you have, you're probably 325 on average.
Yep.
So there's nothing to sneeze at, nothing to be upset about here. These are all great numbers for Shanahan for sure. So
Definitely.
I haven't showed in Shanahan in a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's been a while.
Seems like it's. Yeah, I guess it has been a while.
So, I mean, I was out there, I swear to God, all last summer for looking at stuff, but we just never found exactly what that one client was looking for. I've got that client that's been looking for the needle in the haystack, and you just can't find it. So there was always running into, whether it was the size of the property, mostly layouts, and then actually conditions. They were looking for a quality built house, and we kept running into some stuff. There was one where I swear the brick was falling off the front of the house.
Yikes.
Yeah, that we looked at last year. That wasn't in Shanahan. That was in a different municipality. But it was the same buyer. And the brick, honestly, water had gotten behind the brick facade.
Oh, no.
And you could see it, and it was cracked, and it was starting to fall off.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so... All right, when we get back over the break, let's talk more about achieving the dream of home ownership going through with condos and townhomes. So keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
The Three Rivers Association of Realtors, in partnership with our esteemed presenting sponsor, Midland States Bank, is delighted to announce a 2-day home expo scheduled for Friday, April 5th and Saturday, April 6th at the Renaissance Center in downtown Joliet. Vendor booth spaces are currently available, and we invite your participation. This expo presents an opportunity to engage with the local community, showcase your products and services, and contribute to the real estate landscape of the region. Join us in collaboration with Illinois Housing Development Authority, Will County, the City of Joliet, and local real estate experts to bring this expo to the public. Join Three Rivers Association of Realtors in this home expo to network, learn, and contribute to the growth of the real estate market. If your business or organization would like to be included in this home expo, call 815-744-4520. Again, that's 815-744-4520. Or go to trarealtors.net. Space is limited, so call today and excel in 2024.
Consider joining the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner as a realtor. We offer a supportive and collaborative environment for our members and are currently expanding our team. Our focus is on training and education to ensure that our members are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to serve their clients successfully. At the Ruettiger Group, we are committed to helping our members develop both professionally and personally. Our ultimate goal is to support our members in achieving their goals and making a positive impact in the real estate industry and in the lives of their clients. Our founder, Eddie, believes in teaching members how to serve their clients, family, and community rather than just generating a commission for the brokerage. He emphasizes the importance of being capable of going out on your own and receiving an amazing return on your value. To learn more about becoming a part of our team, please contact Eddie at the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Call Eddie at 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner and Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Eddie Ruettiger, a licensed and experienced realtor with 22 years of success in the industry, is the team lead of the Ruettiger Group, associated with Baird Warner. Eddie has assisted innumerable residents of the area in making informed decisions regarding real estate matters. What sets Eddie and his team apart is their personalized approach that prioritizes your needs. They empower you with the right tools, information, and guidance to make the best decisions for you and your family. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a property, Eddie provides you with the insights and resources to make a sound decision. At the Ruettiger Group, you are always in charge, and your needs are paramount. Eddie's team believes in educating their clients and helping them navigate the complex real estate landscape with ease. So, if you're in need of a reliable, experienced, and trustworthy real estate partner, look no further than Eddie Ruettiger and the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Find out more by calling Eddie at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-LIST, or visit yourdwellings.com.
You made a smart move to get real with Eddie, helping you make your next smart move into your next home.
All right, so you want to buy a house, but the median sales price is just out of your budget. This is where you look at condos, townhouses, duplexes too. I think they're all great options.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're trying to buy a home, but you're having a hard time finding something within your budget, consider attached property. All right? These options may fit your budget a lot better. For many newbies, it might be just a matter of making a shift towards something they can afford, like a condo or townhome. These low-cost homes have historically been a stepping stone for buyers looking for less expensive alternatives to a single-family home. Realtor.com. And honestly, I think duplexes are a great option. You're seeing more duplexes than anything. We're not seeing a lot of condos.
I was going to say, I'd like to see more built. Duplexes are wonderful.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot around.
No. We just built, there was a mess built in Creekside Crossing for Plainfield, and they're sold out. They're gone.
Yeah.
There's no more duplexes left. They've sold them all out. So,
yeah, because they're that nice middle ground.
Well, you get your own backyard a lot of times with most duplexes.
Yes.
You don't always get that with the townhouse, depending on how they're structured and style. But in a duplex, you have your own lot. You just have one wall in common with a neighbor. That's it.
Yes.
So by being one wall in common, they can pour one foundation, and it saves money by being able to pour that one foundation versus two. Makes a huge difference. So, condos can help prospective home buyers who perhaps have smaller budget but who are really determined to get the foothold in the market and start accumulating some equity. Hannah Jones, what was it? Realtor.com. Senior economist, Realtor.com. We read that earlier. So on the other article.
Yes.
They tend to require minimal upkeep and lower maintenance. That's another aspect too.
Oh, yeah.
If you are on the go,
Yeah, people have busy lives and they don't have time or the inclination even
yeah,
to go mow the lawn.
yeah. The strongest reason for a purchase of a condo is that all external maintenance is usually covered by the condo association, such as landscaping, pool maintenance, exterior painting, paving, plowing, and more. U.S. News. So it makes a big difference if you're looking at a condo.
It really does.
Now, what are some of the things that you've got to be concerned of? I think if you're looking at any of these attached, the first question you want to ask is the property rentable?
Yes.
If you're looking at a condo, townhouse, or duplex, can you rent that property out? Now, maybe you don't want to be a landlord and you don't care. Does not matter. You need to know this because maybe the circumstances may come into play where you have to be a landlord. So you need to know what your situation is.
Well, and rentals for, let's say you have a condo.
Mm-hmm.
FHA loans,
Mm-hmm.
they have a certain amount of rentals that are allowed in these condo areas, and then you don't qualify for an FHA loan. That's huge.
Yes. Yep.
And you want to know because if you're going to resell at some other juncture, even you're not going to rent it out, but you want to sell it.
Yeah.
If there's too many rentals in there, then
Yeah.
it shrinks the amount of buyers that are able to come
Well, there has to
purchase
be
your property.
there has to be a balance too, because for FHA you cannot have, if you have no rentals allowed, you can't have an FHA loan. But if you have too many rentals allowed, you can't have an
Exactly.
FHA loan.
Yeah.
So there's a
it's
balance.
It's important to know.
So it is important to know. It makes a big difference.
Another thing that's important to know is what is covered under your HOA.
Oh,
Really
yes.
specifically, what is
Yes.
covered.
Yes.
Because
Not-
some cover things that others don't. Windows, maintenance, that kind of thing. Some will some will cover all the maintenance.
And it's
others
not just
won't.
from a maintenance issue. It's also from an insurance issue.
Yes.
Because you need to know what to insure.
Right.
Some are from studs in. Some cover all of the building.
Yeah.
So some are drywall in where now, okay, guess what? They're going to build the shell of the structure, but you have to pay to put the drywall and finishes back in if the place burnt down.
Yeah.
Where some, no, we build it and pay for everything, and you turn around and you just have to insure your own personal property, almost like a rental policy
Yeah.
for renting.
Well, even simple stuff like plowing in the winter, shoveling and plowing.
Yeah,
Do they do your driveway or just the sidewalks?
or both.
Or both.
Or just the driveway and not the sidewalks.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Simple things like that can make a big difference to people. So you got to ask.
Yeah, it's a valid point. The other aspects too is what is the cost of the HOA? That is a factor that's going to come into play with your payment.
Yes.
And so is that HOA being self-managed, or is there a management company? Who is that management company? What's their history? What does it look like?
What kind of funds in that HOA? What are your financials looking like for that?
Is
HOA?
there a reserve, or
Yes.
are they running really thin margins and there's a lack of a reserve? That is huge. You need to be putting money away from a rainy day in case something major happens.
Right.
Especially if the HOA is responsible for decking and roofing.
I
Those
was
are
just gonna say that.
huge
If-
expenses.
If they're responsible for roofing and you're not, there better be a good size reserve.
Yeah, otherwise your HOA fees are going up.
Yep.
So they're going to go up. So these are some of the things you've got to look into and you've got to know when you're looking at attached housing, whether it's a condo, a townhouse, or a duplex.
Yep.
You know, another aspect that we didn't hit on?
What?
What type of association is it? Because that comes into play with financing.
Yes.
We talked about FHA approval. Well, that goes into condo HOAs.
Right.
If it's a townhouse HOA, you don't have to worry about FHA approval.
That's
Or if it's a PUD, a planned urban development,
you don't have to.
that's already approved for FHA.
Yeah.
So that's another big aspect. A lot of our HOAs around here, let's be honest, they look like a townhouse, smell like a townhouse, act like a townhouse. It's a condo HOA. So if they don't every 18 months apply for FHA approval, which a lot of the management companies don't, why I don't understand. They just don't want to put in the work. But now you can't get an FHA loan, which now limits your pool of buyers.
Right.
Especially considering most buyers for duplexes and townhomes are usually FHA because it's an affordability aspect.
Exactly.
Did I tell you the story where we were trying to get a project approved FHA? There were townhouses.
Mm-hmm.
They had not filed the paperwork to do the FHA approval.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the meeting with the HOA for the HOA. I just sat in the audience. There was people in the audience saying they did not want FHA to be put in because they didn't want more investors buying up property. Talking about a lack of education. They thought, I'm like, I stepped in and I said, all right, time out, hold on a second. FHA is an owner-occupant loan. That means the owner has to live there. No investor gets FHA funding. That it's not how this works. You're confusing this with something else. I don't know what they were confusing it with.
Yeah. Just
So
misinformation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The information was bad.
Yeah.
So, all right. Hey, speaking of something that will go FHA, possibly, I don't know actually, because the price point might be a little over the limits. I forgot what the FHA limits are right now.
I thought it got raised to $500,000.
We're still over $500,000 on this one. So 16062 South Clearwater Drive in Plainfield is for sale for $559,576. This is a Galveston with a C elevation out at Creekside Crossing. This is 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a 3-car garage with a full basement. It's 11,475 square foot lot, and the home itself is 2,612 square feet on lot 619. Don't forget there is a 10-year structural warranty along with a 1-year warranty on other items that come from the builder. This is an amazing property. The exterior showcases graystone vinyl with rhinestone trim and Swan Creek brick, as well as a wonderful Craftsman front door. So this is definitely a property you want to check out. They are just 45 minutes from the Magnificent Mile with world-class shopping, and just a few minutes from downtown Plainfield and across from Gregory B. Bobbitt Park and Fort Beck's bike trail. So definitely check out Creekside Crossing and this property at 16062 South Water Drive in Plainfield. Again, that's 16062 South Clearwater Drive in Plainfield, or give me a call at 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478. All right. After the break. Bridging the gaps on the road to home ownership. This is interesting. Have you read this article yet? Okay. All right. Well, then we're going to go through this together.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to check this out.
Yeah. So, all right. Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
The Three Rivers Association of Realtors, in partnership with our esteemed presenting sponsor, Midland States Bank, is delighted to announce a 2-day home expo scheduled for Friday, April 5th and Saturday, April 6th at the Renaissance Center in downtown Joliet. Vendor booth spaces are currently available, and we invite your participation. This expo presents an opportunity to engage with the local community, showcase your products and services, and contribute to the real estate landscape of the region. Join us in collaboration with Illinois Housing Development Authority, Will County, the City of Joliet, and local real estate experts to bring this expo to the public. Join Three Rivers Association of Realtors in this home expo to network, learn, and contribute to the growth of the real estate market. If your business or organization would like to be included in this home expo, call 815-744-4520. Again, that's 815-744-4520. Or go to trarealtors.net. Space is limited, so call today and excel in 2024.
Consider joining the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner as a realtor. We offer a supportive and collaborative environment for our members and are currently expanding our team. Our focus is on training and education to ensure that our members are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to serve their clients successfully. At the Ruettiger Group, we are committed to helping our members develop both professionally and personally. Our ultimate goal is to support our members in achieving their goals and making a positive impact in the real estate industry and in the lives of their clients. Our founder, Eddie, believes in teaching members how to serve their clients, family, and community rather than just generating a commission for the brokerage. He emphasizes the importance of being capable of going out on your own and receiving an amazing return on your value. To learn more about becoming a part of our team, please contact Eddie at the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Call Eddie at 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner and Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Eddie Ruettiger, a licensed and experienced realtor with 22 years of success in the industry, is the team lead of the Ruettiger Group, associated with Baird Warner. Eddie has assisted innumerable residents of the area in making informed decisions regarding real estate matters. What sets Eddie and his team apart is their personalized approach that prioritizes your needs. They empower you with the right tools, information, and guidance to make the best decisions for you and your family. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a property, Eddie provides you with the insights and resources to make a sound decision. At the Ruettiger Group, you are always in charge, and your needs are paramount. Eddie's team believes in educating their clients and helping them navigate the complex real estate landscape with ease. So, if you're in need of a reliable, experienced, and trustworthy real estate partner, look no further than Eddie Ruettiger and the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Find out more by calling Eddie at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-LIST, or visit yourdwellings.com.
Doing everything for you except the moving, and be glad. It's Get Real with Eddie.
All right, bridging the gaps on the road to home ownership. Home ownership is a major part of the American dream, but the path to achieve this dream can be quite difficult. While progress has been made to improve fair housing access, households of color still face unique challenges on the road to owning a home. Working with the right real estate experts can make all the difference for diversity buyers. It's clear that achieving homeownership is more challenging for certain groups because there is still a measurable gap between overall average U.S. homeownership rate and that of non-white groups. Today, black households continue to have the lowest homeownership rate nationally. So the home ownership rate, get in here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for making it Nancy size.
It's always got to be Nancy size. Okay. Home ownership rate as of Q4 2023. So in the United States, our home ownership rate is, I think this is despicable, but it's only 65.7%.
Of people own their own homes.
Total percentage of the population that owns their own home, 65.7%. I would love to see that over 70.
Oh, I'd love to see it over 70.
So 73.8% of homeowners are white. 63% are Asian, Native, Hawaiian, and Pacific Island. Hispanic makes up 49.8%, Black makes up 45.9%, and 58.4% are all other races. For all other races. So only 45.9% of blacks. That's why if somebody's trying to do the math, they're going, wait, that doesn't add up to 100. No, this is the percentage of each individual population. So 73% of white own a home.
Yes.
Home ownership is the game changer when it comes to equity.
Yeah.
Having your own home, having that tangible asset can help you put somebody through school, can help you turn around and start a business, pay off large credit card debt. There's so many good uses for that equity.
Well, and it's the point of helping people to attain it. It's that generational wealth we talk about.
Homeownership is an important part of building household wealth that can be passed down to future generations. According to a report by the National Association of Realtors, almost half of black homeowners in 2023 were first-time buyers. That means many did not have home equity they could use towards their home purchase. That financial hurdle alone makes buying a home more challenging, especially at the time when affordability is a major concern for first-time homebuyers. Jessica Luntz, Deputy Chief Economist at NAR, says, it's an incredible difficult market for all home buyers right now, especially first-time home buyers and especially first-time home buyers of color. This market is not easy. It is stressful.
It's tough.
It's
a tough market.
Yeah. Because of these challenges, there are several down payment assistance programs specifically aimed at helping minority buyers fulfill their home ownership dreams. The 3x30 program offers valuable resources for black buyers, making it easier for them to secure a down payment and buy a home. For Native Americans, down payment resource highlights 42 U.S. homebuyer assistance programs across the states that make homeownership more attainable by providing support with down payments and other costs. Fannie Mae provides down payment assistance to eligible first-time homebuyers living in Latino communities. So there are options out there. Take advantage. Ask your lenders about these things. Ask your realtors about these things.
Absolutely.
I still think of the one of my proudest moments was the single mom. Bought the condo, had the condo for about 3-4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Sold the condo after she put new floors in it, new granite, all these upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
Took $50,000 in equity, rolled it into the single family house. Same neighborhood, same school district, same everything. But the biggest thing they got to do now is, because they weren't in the condos, they were in the single family house, they could now go to the pool, and they were part of the pool at the HOA, and they could go enjoy the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a big thing for them.
Yep.
I mean, and it's that generational wealth that you talk about.
It's huge. It's huge for people.
So it really makes a big, big difference when you're trying to look at these down payment options. Talk to your lender. Ask them what they have available to figure out what your next step is.
Yep.
Anything we're missing that I haven't thought of on this aspect right now?
I guess education, because people, especially their first-time buyers, you don't realize as a kid when you're growing up, and I think about it, I look back, like my parents were homeowners.
Mm-hmm.
So the things I learned from my parents, because they were homeowners, how to take care of a home, how to, just the language, mortgage and a 30-year fixed and all these things that I took for granted as an adult, once I was adult, because my parents owned a home. These first-time buyers, their parents didn't own a home.
A lot of times, yeah.
That knowledge is not there.
Yeah.
I'm speaking for these minority buyers. A lot of them don't have that perspective. So they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what to ask. They don't know. Lean into your realtor. Lean into your lender. They will help you.
And don't let the maintenance issues, I'm not going to buy a house because I don't want the maintenance issues. I don't want to pay for them. You're paying for them already. Do not think that the landlord has not turned around and put in the cost of maintenance into your rent. It is there. So you are paying for it. And let me tell you, I go to YouTube all the time on how to fix stuff.
You know what? YouTube is a beautiful thing.
It is a great thing. There is a lot you can utilize and learn on YouTube. And it's an amazing tool if it's used correctly. Don't get me wrong. I know there's some really bad stuff on all social media platforms. I get it. It's not always the greatest.
But it gives you such a feeling of accomplishment in being able to do some small repairs and things throughout the house. I wouldn't rewire your house using YouTube. That's a little bit over the skis. That's where professionals come in.
Yes.
But some of the basic stuff,
I rebuilt a toilet.
There.
I rebuilt a toilet. We had a toilet. Every time you flushed, it made this high-pitched squealing noise.
Yeah.
And between YouTube and I bought the components that I needed, and then the components showed me on a YouTube video on how to redo it. I rebuilt a toilet. It's an ongoing joke in my household because my uncle...
you put in the new, I call it the guts.
The guts, yeah.
You just put in new guts.
I put in new guts, but you have to take the whole toilet apart to do this.
Yeah.
You literally have to take the back off and change the ring between the lower half and the upper half and all of this stuff. And it's an ongoing joke that I fixed the toilet, but my uncle, that's the licensed plumber, didn't. Because he came over and adjusted it, and it never could get it to stop. It stopped squealing for like a day, maybe a week, and then it starts squealing again. And it's like, now, peace and quiet. Yeah. There was people that walk into the bathroom from the toilet and think that, is your toilet in pain? Because it was squealing.
I have heard your toilet.
Yes. Not anymore. We fixed it.
Wow.
So.
Okay.
All right, well, that wraps it up from Get Real with Eddie. Don't forget, check us out online 24/7, 365 days a year at getrealwitheddie.com, focusing on your largest investment, your home. That's getrealwitheddie.com.
Thanks for listening to Get Real with Eddie. Eddie Ruettiger is a realtor at Baird Warner in Plainfield, license number 475141896. Managing broker Steve Engel. For more information on your neighborhood, call Eddie at 815-823-5478 or visit yourdwellings.com.